What's up, everybody? It's me, Crosspatch. Welcome back to my Madden 22 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We are on the road taking on the New England Patriots. It's New Year's Day. The snow is coming down. And there was a day when a meeting between the Patriots and the Steelers this late in the season would be a pretty big deal. Well, guess what? Today's not one of those days. We've got the division wrapped up. We've got the number one seed in the AFC wrapped up. And these Patriots are 5-10. Their season's basically over. But that doesn't mean we don't have some things to play for today. We'll get into that in a little bit here. Get this thing kicked off. And while you're thinking about it, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark. And I appreciate every single subscriber. This YouTube journey has been an interesting one so far. Having a lot of fun doing these Steelers games. And here comes Mac Jones. Not quite sure what to expect from him today. Does not have the greatest receivers around him. A couple of good tight ends. Got a decent offensive line. And decent halfback. There we go. So we'll see about the snow here. Who it affects worse, them or us?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pressure on Jones, forces a bad throw. And we are going to sit in a cover 3 here, I think. See if we can get them off the field. And that's caught for the first down. So we're kind of be walking the line this next 2 games between not wanting to pull our guys, really. You know, especially guys who have a shot at some accolades coming down the stretch here. But also, we don't want guys getting hurt. So Mitch Trubisky in particular is one of those guys I've got to think about. He's got a real shot at the MVP, I think. And, you know, we don't want him getting hurt, though, for the playoffs. Chase Claypool's another one. I really want to start getting him the ball. I know I've been saying that. And he needs 130 yards to hit 1,000 over the next 2 games. And I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what I'm doing wrong in this franchise with him. I've said before, I run 2 franchises simultaneously. Get in there! He throws it away. So I run 2 franchises simultaneously. I've got this one that you see on YouTube. And then I've got another one that I just kind of do to practice and try different things. And in that franchise, he's doing outstanding. But for whatever reason, I've struggled to get the ball to him in this one. But I've got him in the number 1 receiver spot. And here's a look at Mitch Trubisky. 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns is my benchmark for quarterbacks with the 6-minute quarters. And I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting him to meet that. I thought I'd, 3,500 yards and 30 touchdowns. But he has been a pleasant surprise. And we'll have some thinking to do as the offseason comes around about what role he's going to play in the future here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky.
There's Deontay Johnson. Even in the number 2 spot, he's still like dominant receiver.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Well, fair to say,
All right.
when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Boykin.
Right side here, complete.
Boykin to the 7.
Have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds.
And let's see.
Boy, how about the speed
What do we want to do?
offense could get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first.
Maybe we want to run the ball a little bit.
3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ah, come on. We need a block on that linebacker.
Pick up a 3. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game.
All right. I think we'll come back to that.
And well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed.
Harris running over defenders. Sorry for my creaky chair there.
And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
All right, we got to jump on these guys in the snow.
But it's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
I don't always like these snow games. It's a little. I find it a little tough to see when the Steelers are in white jerseys.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as they're
But
at the 25. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
I've also recently gone to the eye doctor and discovered that my prescription was way off for the past year. So maybe that will make a difference. I don't feel like it's as bad as it was. So that might have been the problem.
Pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
Oh boy.
That's my English teacher right there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll get this
3rd and 7.
25
What am I calling this for? What am I doing?
He'll get only
All right,
3 there,
it'll be all
so
right.
with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man complete.
Big hit by Highsmith.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32.
And they will punt
He did his
again.
best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
So we'll get Najee Harris going, I think, on this drive a little bit. Maybe look for some play action.
They take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
In fact, we might look for play action right here.
Advantage had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it.
Well, this might have been a bad idea. Maybe not, though.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's finally taken.
And I had Mason Rudolph in there. What am I doing?
What'll turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0.
Yeah, I've got the backup quarterback in there. That's not what we wanted. I guess he needs some reps too.
Into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the back.
Let's try it again, this time with Trubisky.
Not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Play action. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down, but not before.
All right, hoping for Claypool on that one, but he did not have enough room on his man, I didn't think.
Not panicking and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first.
Harris again.
Bulldozes past him, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd.
All right, let's go, Mitch. This is yeah, I think you can beat him. Let's see.
Trubisky will throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown.
So there's another touchdown for Claypool.
Getting double digits with his
10th on the season.
And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I mean, that's not a bad season. Oh my goodness.
This is no good. Missed the PAT, so they failed.
Yikes.
And this remains a
I know, coach. I don't know what I did there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Big hit by Devin Bush.
Team's coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Well, all right. Let's keep coming at him here. Done okay so far against Jones and this halfback.
No points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question.
That's a screen.
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way
Shut it down.
to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra.
Who was that he shrugged off? Was that TJ Watt?
Pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing.
Make that tackle. There we go.
Make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
And they are punting again.
For only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
And we've got all the momentum on our side.
First half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
Probably looking for Boykin here. Maybe the tight end. Unless they don't cover Harris. Let's see what happens. And they're not covering him. Blown coverage. Every now and then we get that.
As much as he can, following a big gain, a nice
and we'll take it.
top there at the end. A big play that
Oh, that's a 1st and goal. What did he do?
the offense has to love that.
Oh, for Pete's sake. I guess they consider he gave himself up there.
The best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play.
All right, fine.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Come on, boy. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers
That was kind of weird. They had to, and I missed again. Unbelievable.
So simple math here.
Well, the snow is not helping my kicking here.
And they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
When he slid, I guess they considered it giving himself up on the 1.
This is all about the defense.
I guess.
They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And good starting field position.
That's a decent return.
All the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So let's see. We got 15 seconds until
England's offense set to go.
2-minute warning.
Easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Damian Harris stacked up again. Let's see if this will come down to the 2-minute warning. Yep. So maybe we get the ball back one more time here. With a little luck.
once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yikes. And there's a flag. What's the flag? Oh, no. What do we do? Who was it? Fitzpatrick. Bumped him out of bounds, I guess?
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Jones throwing on first down.
Down he goes. That's a fumble. We've got the ball. TJ Watt. He's running out of gas. Oh, my goodness. How does that happen? He just completely ran out of gas at the 10-yard line. That's crazy. Professional athlete, man.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They hand this off to Harris.
Harris to the 2. And we'll look at the slant again here.
It's up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one. But
he's got
Claypool again.
Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitch Trubisky. And the Steelers are able to win.
Will we make? Maybe that'll be the drama of the game. How many extra points will I make? Not that one. I'm like over-concentrating now. Coach! I don't know what to tell you. So when I played, I've told this story before, but for those who did not hear it. When I played high school football, our kicker got hurt. So we had somebody in there who couldn't really kick. And every time we would try an extra point, he would just rocket the ball into the back of the offensive line. Like, in a dangerous way. Like, he did not want to play guard on an extra point. So we just kind of gave up on kicking extra points. We went for 2 every single time. So that may be what I'm going to have to do here today.
that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
We'll just go for 2. We'll give up. We'll not humiliate our kicker anymore, maybe.
Second down, Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking for Harry.
Oh, man.
Deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll go out.
Witherspoon is faster than that guy. I don't know how he got torched so bad. That was no good.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
41 seconds left.
Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throws it out of the back of the end zone.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone again. They're going to be kicking a field goal. We'll have 20-ish seconds left, maybe. Maybe we take a look.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just.
So Patriots on the board.
Maybe they were a yard closer. That would have made their
But we've got a pretty good lead here coming into halftime.
But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
So we'll see about getting Johnson here. Not looking too promising, but
This is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. A lot of work to get away and outside. No actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
What the heck? What the heck? We'll try it again.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Completion here to Claypool.
There's Claypool. Take the timeout.
Past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble.
Goofing around before halftime. When bad things happen.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds.
All right.
This one across the 40.
Trying to make something happen, but we're pretty happy with the 25-3 lead here going into half.
Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward.
And in watching my last video, it occurs to me, and probably anybody who watches a lot of my videos or some of my videos can relate to this or see what I'm talking about. There's a good 5 minutes in every game where like my brain falls out of my head, and I do just a string of stupid things. And this right now, this time, coming out of halftime, is often the time when that happens. So, we're going to try not to let that happen. I mean, does being aware of it make it any less likely to happen? I don't know.
It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's second and a yard.
We're going to go play action.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky.
Get rid of that.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Harris picks up the first.
First down yardage to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate.
Oh, this might be a touchdown.
Get production from the lead horse.
I don't know.
This offense and widen this margin too.
There's Claypool. Oh man. I didn't think he was going to get to it.
Goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
When they've needed a play this year, he's
Let's go back to Claypool.
to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the
Awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. Words I never had on a report card when I was a kid.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
And there's Claypool.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
See, he could be our #1 guy.
Chase Claypool there to make
All right, we're going to make this. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't even say anything. Here we go. Nope. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, coach, it was so close, though. So for the longest time, I was terrible at field goal kicking. Or kicking in any way. Why? I don't know. Like, some people are just bad at some things, I guess. But I worked at it, and throughout this entire season, I thought I've been pretty decent. I didn't think I had a lot of missed extra points or field goals. But today, just everything's falling apart for some reason again. Whatever.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
So, 31-3 lead. I mean, I guess you can't be super upset about missing lots of extra points, but it's not good. Not good for Boswell, that's for sure. Any progression he might still be able to get.
The run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after them now.
Here's Jones on first down.
Nice play.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Levi Wallace has been a great addition to this defense.
Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
A halfback. Oh, that's a big hit. I don't know who that was. Let's see if we can see a replay here. Terrell Edmonds. Should have known. Terrell Edmonds, pretty decent safety in real life. But I think one of the more underrated safeties in this game. He's fast. He's a big hitter. Makes more interceptions than you think he ought to.
On first down, Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and
we're going to get this thing going, Najee Harris. Oh, unless they give us a look like this, then we might go play action. Yeah, let's do it.
They go play action with Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, and I missed Johnson. I should have waited a little longer on him. Dang it. I saw him wide open, and I tried to get it out to him probably a little too quickly.
But to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On third down, it's Harris.
There's Harris again. 41 yards on 8 carries. We'll get him a little more involved here.
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now.
There's the A-gap blitz look here. Sometimes we do okay running out of this. Not this time.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to.
So I'd say we're in field goal range, but you know, that's not being realistic at this point, is it?
Now Trubisky.
Deontay Johnson.
Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And I think we will let the quarter tick out here. 31-3 ahead of the New England Patriots here. Kind of expected to roll over these guys, but, you know, you never know. Always room for an upset in this game, so can't take anybody for granted.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long
Harris pulling forward.
a lopsided score like this. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
A-gap look again. Let's see.
You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
There he is.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers,
I don't even know what I'm doing at this point.
lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
So that's 5 extra points missed. And I'm at the point where I'm like so focused in on it, like there's no hope that I'm gonna do it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Jones 133 yards through the air.
What you're talking about, going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Aguilar, it might be his first catch of the game.
Pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this.
Second and 10.
Completion there. That should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on second and 10. Jones completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago.
So one of the features that I miss in the olden days of Madden, like way in the older days, like I don't know when they stopped. Oh, and there's a touchdown. I don't know when they stopped having this feature, but Madden 06, 07, I believe they had it. You could create your own packages of players, right? Like, you know how you can move the stick and see the different packages when you have a formation called. And one of the things that I would do is I'd create a package of backups. So in games like this, I didn't have to go through the roster and individually change every single guy. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me do that in a game like this. But you could just put the backup package in there, and in one shot you could put all of your second teamers into the game. So I thought that was really useful for games like this. Trying to avoid injuries.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
So I don't know how much we want to use any of these guys coming down with this lead here. We'll probably get some Benny Snell in there. Nope, that's not what we want. There we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
But like I said before, like the thing with Trubisky is like, how much do I want to take the foot off the throttle with him, hoping for that MVP award? Or should I just not care about it? I don't know.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a throw? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
First and 10.
This is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, we'll go play action. Why not?
They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Still hoping to get some shots for Claypool.
The scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Benny Snell running guys over. Snell's contract's up. I don't know if I'll bring him back or not. Probably not. Just because veteran backups cost a lot more than rookie backups.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh. Ran in the back of his offensive lineman and fell down. So we've got you clock here. We'll get a couple of carries for Snell, and we'll be done here. We're going to take a look at some stats when we're finished.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Maybe not the kicking stats. I don't know if I can bear it.
He's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence.
3rd and 3.
The football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Benny Snell plowing ahead.
He will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And this will be the last play.
So far, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, and I've got Harris in there. Get out of bounds. That won't be the last play.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
All right, this will be the last play.
They got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Let the clock run down. And we are out of New England in this snowy game. Coach is very unhappy. Understandably so, with our extra point conversions. And I'll probably be running on Monday because of it. But, you know, got to get better at it. I don't know if the weather played a big role in it, maybe. But 5 missed extra points, that's terrible. But otherwise, not a bad game. Handled them, their running game I was a little concerned about with that offensive line. And Trubisky played well. Take a look at our numbers here. So Mason Rudolph had a pass. Nice to know we can do something with him if we need to. Trubisky, perfect quarterback rating, 14 of 16, 281 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay, these announcers can shut up now. Jones, okay game, I guess. Harris, 65 yards on 13 carries and 2 scores. Benny Snell, 7 for 38. And 43 yards for Damian Harris. Claypool, there we go. That's the kind of game we want from him, finally. And this is sort of the distribution we want here. You know, maybe a couple more catches for the number 2 guy. But, yeah, a couple of guys with 100 yards. That's good. That's what we want to see. Freiermuth, we could have done a little better with him. Najee Harris had that one deep pass that I thought I was celebrating and jumping into the end zone. I guess I gave myself up on the one. But nevertheless, we got a touchdown out of it, so it was fine. And half a sack for Sutton and Hayward. Fitzpatrick led the team in tackles, no interceptions. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Whatever you decide to do, I hope you have a great day. We've got one game left, and then it's playoff time in Pittsburgh. And I'll see you then.